Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Are you sure?
Shut up, Dan, and welcome to the RnBe.
Wow. Joel will now be played by Dan.
Welcome to the Rob and Benny experiment right here on the Comicstorian YouTube channel, on our iTunes, on our SoundCloud, on our Patreon, or on our twitch.tv/comic. Oh, Eligible Monster! How do I keep messing that up?
I was waiting for you to mess it up.
Oh, guys, today's episode is brought to you by forhims.com. Go ahead and get yourself some great. What? I'm looking up to make sure I had the right address. For Hims does some great products for shaving. I know I quite obviously am not using them right now, but I'm trying to grow out a beard to prove that I can do it better than Rob.
No, you were using them earlier because
I was. I've been trimming up the neck and up here because I'm a werewolf. It'll grow up to here, like right beneath my eyes, and it'll grow straight down here.
Teen Wolf.
Oh yeah, totally Teen Wolf. So I am using that for that, but it's also great for hair products and skin products. You can check out the link down below, and you can use our code to get yourself a discount from it. We will talk more about that in the mid-roll. That's how we do the Rob and Benny experiment. But I just want to let you guys know that this does go up every Saturday on YouTube over at Comicstorian. If you want more from Rob, you can find him over at Comics Explained. We do film this live every Thursday over at twitch.tv/eligiblemonster. And it is entirely supported and funded by our patreon.com/Comicstorian on top of the ad sponsors that we have. But those are the two ways that this podcast happens, guys. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So today, other than interrupting Dan, which was funny.
Interrupting Dan sounds like a name of a character.
Interrupting Dan.
Good old Interrupting Dan.
Interrupting Dan. We got Rob from Comics Explained. We got Dan from our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/eligiblemonster. He's also on our gaming channel, Eligible Monster. I think we've done enough call to actions at the beginning of this.
Yeah,
I think
by the
so.
way, did you know we have a gaming channel, Eligible Monster, and we have a Twitter at Comicstorian. We have an Instagram at Comicstorian. There's a Facebook, Eligible Monster over there.
Subscribe and follow all of them.
Yeah, go to all of them. That'd be great.
Go to anything. Just type in Comicstorian or Eligible Monster. One of them you find.
And we have a MySpace. We have a MySpace that we're working with. There's a Fiverr account. There's a Fiverr account you can use to get Rob to say whatever you want for $5.
No way. Somebody tried that on YouTube once and it did not end well.
I launched it for you this morning.
The Fiverr account?
Fiverr.com/Comics Explained. For $5, you'll say anything they want.
You know how much money I would make if I did that?
But it's $5 per word.
Per word.
No, I don't know if you could charge like that on Fiverr.
You can. You can.
They're separate transactions.
No, the way Fiverr works,
Actually,
I've gone there. By the way, if this is your first episode, we're known for our tangents. Enjoy.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, so the way Fiverr works, I learned this way back in the day when we considered using other voice actors.
Yeah.
They will put $5 for this, so you could say $5 for one word, and then Fiverr allows you to have add-ons. So you can just hit add-on every word and
It's $5 for every word after that. Damn.
Yeah.
People start doing too many that you do it per syllable.
Yeah. $5. That's $10, sir. $10. I mean,
I want you to say onomatopoeia.
onomatopoeia. Oh yeah. I thought you just wanted me to say it. Yeah, no, did you break in bank? Like I should do that. I should start a Fiverr account. I'm like, I'll say whatever you want me to say for like $5. The voice of God.
I love our mods on Twitch. We said the Instagram, and they're like, "What's the Instagram account? We don't have any way to promote that." It's at Comicstorian.
We don't have an Instagram account, do we?
Not for
He does.
this. I do, and I know you do because you.
Yeah.
Fuck it. So fun sidebar for another tangent for Rob and social media. Rob maintains Twitter.
Yeah.
Rob has the others. Rob will do them for 2 weeks and then get bored.
Yeah. I will go ham on Instagram for like a month. And I'll be like, well, that was fun. And then I'll just vanish off Instagram. Like all my Instagram followers are used to it. They're like, hey man, we haven't seen you for a while. We'll see you again in like 2 months. It's crazy.
Oh, that's what's like Comic Book Girl 19's release schedule. Oh!
It's so true.
Did you just hear that? Some shots were fired.
Pee pee.
It was really bad.
So-
it was good in my head.
It was pretty funny. It was pretty good, man.
All right. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about the new power that has been announced for Wolverine. And after we discuss that, we are then going to take some of our favorite superheroes and discuss new powers that we would think they would be cool to have.
Yeah, i.e. how to fix Marvel. So
I was going to do DC heroes.
no, that's fine.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so let's start at the beginning. Wolverine is getting a new power, apparently to heat up his claws. That's what it has been billed as. Now,
That's kind of weird, and it seems kind of unnecessary because they're adamantium.
Well, on top of that, when have we ever had a situation where Wolverine was like, man, if only I could heat up my claws?
Here comes the other question of, is it just his claws or the adamantium? Like, is he burning himself from the inside because they're just heating up? Or
See,
if his
if I
claws
were-
aren't fully out?
Yeah, if I were Marvel, I would say the best way to go for Wolverine is like his adamantium claws. It's like somewhere along the line something happened, and they've also been impacted by like Antarctic vibranium. So not only does he have adamantium claws, he's also got anti-metal claws. Mm-hmm. So they can cut through anything, including other forms of adamantium.
I mean, honestly,
be
isn't
cool.
Wolverine kind of just like overpowered already?
Yeah. He's got a healing factor. He can recover from anything, depending on who's writing the story. And then he's got adamantium bones. I mean, he's got.
So he's already like really difficult to even injure.
Yeah, I mean, they had to encase him in adamantium to kill him.
And he's recovered.
And he recovered. He got out.
Like, there was no plot where they revived him from the dead. He just got better.
And he's got the time stone because, Marvel needs an event this summer. So, like, it's like whatever. Or the space stone, rather.
Yeah,
But it's like,
space stone.
It's like whatever, man. Like, I mean, I don't.
I'm glad he very immediately he gave the stone to Black Widow. Could you imagine if just Wolverine had the space stone just for the entire event?
Oh, Wolverine's an idiot. Like he'd get mad and throw it and just end up on the other side of the universe, just suffocate in space.
Doesn't he leave it in a toilet?
Yeah, he's a goof. He fought Hydro Man. Did you see that? It was one of the little one shots. It was in Marvel 2-in-1, one little one-page backup things. They end up going to this one chick who can figure out what's wrong with people's powers, and she figures out what's going on with Ben Grimm and the Thing, and she's helping Hydro Man rediscover his powers, and he starts causing all these problems and stuff. So she's like, whatever, get out of here. You have to go through the toilet. So he goes to the toilet and comes out, from the septic system into the water, and Wolverine's sitting there at a campfire.
Oh,
and then it ends and it goes to whatever the next one happens to be. But it's like, okay, Wolverine gets to fight water.
Okay, so here's the
I guess that's with heat, it could get rid of water and stuff or creatures like that it would turn them to steam that can't be cut.
I guess, but no. So here's the exact quote from Charles Soule, who's writing The Return for Marvel.com. Wolverine's body has been missing. The entire Marvel universe has been looking for him because he is a very important part of the superhero puzzle. And at long last, he will be found. I thought this was a real opportunity to do things that would make him feel new and fresh in a way. If you come back from the dead, it should mean something. One of the outwardly physical manifestations of that is that now, from time to time, his claws, once they're popped, will heat up. They can get really hot.
From time to time, is it just?
Once they're popped, okay, that's a good clarification.
Here's a question, though. It's a new power, yes. Just because it's a power doesn't mean he has control over it.
Oh.
That's true.
Could this be a reason why he may not pop his claws all the time, leading to some interesting plots?
So is he like the Hulk, the anger? He gets the
hotter
his
he's
claws
red.
get-
Yeah.
He's Red Hulk. He's just letting off heat.
He'll face a story where it really does start spreading through the adamantium in his
Now,
hands and burns
if what
him.
Charles Soule is talking about is Wolverine comes back and becomes a host for the Phoenix, that would be beastly.
Yeah, something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Wolverine with Phoenix powers and adamantium claws would be amazing.
Oh my god.
I'm surprised no one's ever done that. That'd be awesome.
You know what it
want
reminds
that
me of?
story now.
When Superman got a new power. Remember the solar flare?
Yeah, but that was DC leading up to killing him.
Oh, I thought you were
No, the
referring
new
to
one
the
can do
wall
it.
building vision.
They referenced it recently.
I know Jonathan can. The new one can do it.
No, they referenced it in the form that Jonathan Kent did it, how
yeah.
Superman can still do it, but he can control it. And that Jonathan can't,
right.
that's why it's a problem.
That's right.
I just sweep that under the rug.
I got a feeling
Throw it in
no
there.
one's ever going to mention the solar flare until they need to mention the solar flare.
Yeah, he's gonna fight Darkseid. Solar flare. And
I still prefer Superman's power from the movie, the wall rebuilding vision.
Yeah.
With the Great Wall of China.
How about the kiss that can make you forget memories?
Yes.
Yeah, or you can just fly back. You can just fly around the Earth in reverse and
But no,
rewind
so-
time.
Wolverine's new power is heating up his claws. Let's assume for a moment he has control over that. Because this actually goes in an argument that we were having off camera for the comics tonight about adding things in to make characters more interesting. See, this can fall into his character development, Rob.
It could, but it doesn't seem okay. So I was on a podcast last night talking to a couple of guys.
Okay.
And we were talking about the
wait,
marriage.
Rob. You moonlight? You cheat on us? You cheat on our
I was with another podcast.
Rob, how could you? That's where you were last night?
That's where I was last
I was
night.
waiting in bed for you. The
Well, you know what?
podcast bed.
You know what, Benny? The love's not there anymore. All right, I'm sorry, but you're always working.
Rob, why don't you look me in the eyes when we podcast?
You come walking in, at 1 o'clock in the morning after you're done working and expect
I'm
me to
ready to podcast.
expect me to just roll over and give you whatever you want.
Yes, a discussion about Wolverine and his claws, Rob.
I'm a man. I need to be loved. I need to be desired. Isn't that what Bill Murray said in Ghostbusters 2? Yeah. I need to be desired. I need to, have that passion is what I need. No, but
You've been cheating on me.
We were
Ignore
talking-
the fact that I do like 4 other podcasts without you. But whatever.
that's fine. We were talking about the Kitty Pryde and Colossus marriage, and it's like, well, this marriage feels like it's 20 years too late. Like no one's invested in the characters anymore, so nobody really cares. And the whole idea was it's there because it just feels like it's just there, just a thing that's there.
Well, you know why it is.
Why?
Because of Catwoman and Batman.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, Marvel. Kitty Pryde and Colossus getting married is not nearly as impactful as Batman and Catwoman. And we were actually talking about that. We were like, we know it's going to go south.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Batman and Catwoman, something's going to happen. She's going to die, or he's going to have to make a choice, and he's going to choose to be Batman. And it's going to be the saddest thing
not
ever.
gonna-
Who are these other podcasts, and why are they texting you at 2 a.m.?
Don't worry about that. Just know they give
Well, you
me...
might as well give them a plug.
They give me things that you can't.
You've just said you can find me on another podcast. Never going to tell you where.
It's the Super Friends Show podcast.
Okay.
No, they've only had me on a couple times. It's not a regular thing.
No, I know. I assumed it wasn't. Otherwise, you'd be like, I have to do my other show.
Yeah, no, they're just fans of
I'm just saying, if you're going to bring it up, you may as well give them some promotion.
The Super Friends Show podcast, guys. Go check it out.
Rob's like that dickhead. Like, well, you didn't pay me to say your name.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I'm not that terrible of a person.
I need my royalties for promoting your
You
show.
make me sound like a horrible human being. I'm just
That's
a
his
money-grubbing
superpower.
bastard is what I...
It's Benny's superpower.
I'll mention you on Twitter. I don't have that big of a following, but on the Rob and Benny experiment,
Yeah.
that costs some money.
What's that old, what is it, the painkiller already thing? If the money's there, I don't care.
Yeah, the painkiller guys. I said that.
The
Yeah.
painkiller guy said that. No. So I mean, this is cool, but the problem with like you're 100% right. Wolverine's already OP.
Yeah.
He's got claws made of indestructible metal. He can heal from anything. He's been on every team. He's seen and done it all. He's a master of like every form of martial art. I mean, it's like, okay.
He's also lived for like ever.
Yeah.
I think like, isn't it documented like 200 something years now?
I know.
more than that.
Mystique,
I could have sworn it's like early 1800s is his current origin.
it's something like that. I know Mystique is older than he is because she was alive during the Wild West.
That's 1800s.
No, before that. Like, well, I guess go back to the 1700s then. She's like 3 or like older than Wolverine by like 100 years. Or
Okay, so
150
she's-
years or something like that. But
Say, I love
really, really
cowboys. I'm like that's like late 1817. Depends on what phase you're looking at in the Old West, I guess.
I never went through the chronological history of the Old West.
When I was a kid, I was the nerdiest kid in the world, and I used to write. I was homeschooled. Side little tangent. I was homeschooled,
Yeah.
and so I would do all my schoolwork, and I'd be done by like noon. I've always been the person that gets up early and does everything. I'd get it all done by noon, and then when I was a kid, I loved space and I loved Old West and medieval stuff, and I would just research it nonstop and then write my own essays to turn in for bonus points since I was homeschooled. Not even joking.
That
They're
is,
just laughing at me.
that is passion for the Wild West.
I
Never
love that
in my
stuff.
life have I voluntarily written an essay
Right?
and turned it in for extra credit to anyone.
Well, you see-
Never in my life.
It's
have I
funny
ever-
because that tendency of mine turned into the original Eligible Monster, me writing stuff up on Metal Gear Solid, which turned into the complete stories, which then turned into this.
Yeah.
So, follow your passion.
Yeah. Or just do like I do and just get really good at rambling. You can do whatever you want to do.
I didn't say it, Rob did.
Yeah. But no, it's kind of weird to me because it's like, I mean, I like the idea because in order to figure out whether or not it'll work, you have to at least try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, how is this going to work? Where do we go from here? I do kind of like that whole caveat that like under certain circumstances, it'll get hot.
I mean, unless he's declared more. I mean, all I have is one article with one quote. So we're
Yeah.
kind of guessing here. He says, as you know, it gets hotter sometimes.
Yeah.
My assumption is using the terminology sometimes. That must imply either he can't control it, or he can, but it has to like charge. You know, like, oh, I'm ready to bust out my hot claws.
It's not like instant ablaze.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
could
didn't
see
his
it-
claws light on fire when he went to hell?
Yes. I could see, that was during Greg Rucka's run, right?
Yeah.
Wolverine goes
I'm
to hell.
pretty sure Wolverine goes to hell.
I could see it being a circumstance where if he faces off against someone who has a healing factor like himself, I could see it being him facing off against someone who has, like any number of things. But to me, I mean, I like Charles Soule, and I believe him when he says it'll be.
He's a
solid.
good runner. I like most of his stuff.
To me, it's gonna get a little rough here, by the way, because I kind of burped a little bit. To me, I'm just saying. I mean, I think it would have been more interesting if they had like coated his bones. Is it a little rough, man? Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a little rough. I had steak and eggs this morning, man. It's that beef.
Oh my god.
It's that beef seasoning making its way back, man. I'm sorry, Dan.
Oh, I'm so glad this show is known
Yeah.
for not being on top.
The
I
one
should've-
time I'm not sitting over there.
Yeah, I shouldn't have drank carbonation, man, because it's just like I can taste it. Like, it's just like, oh, it's gonna be rough.
Oh man.
But still, no, I think I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. If he had done something like, say, okay, basically like his claws are now the equivalent of like the Muramasa blade.
I was just, when
Yeah.
you mentioned the cutting through healing factors, I was thinking
Yeah,
that exactly.
like that would be a little crazy because then all it would take is Wolverine just running up on Deadpool and then Deadpool's gone. So
What if this is
And
a
risk
way?
hurting himself too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I actually want to get Dan's opinion on this because Dan, you're a huge fan of X-23. Just like me.
Yes.
But there's also Dakin. There's also probably like 9 different clones. There's also like Gabby. There's
Thank you.
There's also like evil Wolverine and good Wolverine and old man Logan. What if this was a way to make Logan stand out again?
Yeah.
I think Logan stands out by himself.
I agree with you. But what if that's the attempt at this?
There's so many other people that it's like, yes, they may be slightly weaker, but when it comes down to it, they are Wolverine.
I mean, I get what you're saying because there are differentiations between like Max Mercury and Jay Garrick and Barry
Yeah.
Allen and Wally West, and like each of them can do things that the other can't, or they have experience or something like that. Like I get that, so maybe that's what they're kind of going for is that effect with like the Wolverine.
Wolverine's the one with the fire claws. X-23 is the Wolverine with boobs.
Well, I was gonna say if they give X-23 anything, they should give her her heel claw like a poison tip.
They gotta give her something now.
That'd be kinda cool.
Wouldn't
I
that
mean,
be
when she
cool? 'Cause
started,
it's a
when
hard
she
to hit
started
people
it-
with kind
Yeah.
of thing.
It was weird. X-23 has always been interesting because when it started, I honest to God think that it was an attempt at making a Wolverine with boobs. That was the initial attempt at X-23. But over time, she's fully developed into something else.
That was the whole.
yeah.
When Craig Kyle and Chris Yost put her into the show, yeah, it was a way to make a female Wolverine.
Well, no, she was in
Yeah.
the comics first, but the same thing. It was,
no,
they
no.
wanted
She
a
was
fe-
in the show first, and then she went to the comics.
I thought she did the comics
No,
first.
they invented her and put her in the show, and then they
Which
put her,
show? Evolution?
Evolution, and then no, I'm sorry, maybe it was that or it was Wolverine and the X-Men, and then they put her in like Asada wrote her into not NXT, maybe it was NXT.
Look, I got the internet right here. I'm going to verify.
Next.
You're either super right and you've just proven you know more than me, or about X-23, one of my favorite Marvel characters. I'm going to be a little disappointed in myself.
Yeah, she was in the show first.
Originally created by Craig Kyle for X-Men Evolution in 2003. All right.
Wow. I'm gonna have to go watch that
It's
episode.
almost like I know a lot about Marvel.
Yep, I know that.
Crazy.
But I thought I had everything for X-23 down.
No,
'cause-
no. You know how I remember that?
How?
Harley Quinn.
Well, yeah.
Harley Quinn is how I
that was
remind
their
myself
attempt
of
to.
that.
Okay. Yeah, I can see
I
that.
remind myself of that with Harley Quinn and Batman Beyond. But no, I mean it's like, I kind of like that idea. The more I think about it, the more I kind of like it. I mean, I'll trust Charles Soule with anything. So like I kind of like that. I mean,
But do you like it as a way to make them stand out, or just a way to add new story developments?
just to add something different. I like
Because
the
this
idea-
sounds to me
yeah, I
just like
that.
Punisher getting the War Machine suit. Something that is within, is totally viable, could totally work, and will give us new stories.
Well, plus it would create a different set of circumstances. Like, I mean, I don't know what impact having red hot adamantium claws would have on anything because it's already adamantium.
Right.
It'd be different if it was like vibranium claws. Then I could definitely see that, them glowing red hot and becoming, equal to adamantium or something like that. But I don't really know I don't know how they could play that up to be significant, more significant than
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
What's the difference between this and the way it used
What
to
if
be?
it plays into Wolverine Goes to Hell? He had fire claws there, but he was possessed by a demon.
I think that's just kind of a thing that happened. I don't really think they're focusing on that too much.
He mentioned it's a side effect of him coming back to life.
It would be kind of similar
Maybe.
to kind of like Rogue getting Captain Marvel's powers because she absorbed them and then kind of dissipated, but she still retained some of them.
Like, what metal is out there that adamantium could not cut through on its own?
I thought it was just vibranium.
No, it can cut through
Or can it
vibranium.
go- I don't know the properties of which metal. trumps the other.
It can't cut through. Captain America's shield is the only thing it can't cut through.
What's Captain America's
And,
shield
and
made
Thor's
out of?
and Thor's hammer. It can't cut through.
Well, Thor's hammer is That's like a whole special.
That's Uru. But it can. Wolverine can cut through Uru metal. He can't cut through Thor's hammer because it's Uru metal that's magically enchanted. So
But
they
Thor's
covered
hammer's
that.
on a different level. What is Captain America's shield?
It's a combination of things. It's actually it's vibranium, iron, and adamantium.
Okay, so it's just a combo that
It's,
is
yeah,
stronger.
they call it proto-adamantium, but it's
Okay.
those three metals. That's how adamantium was actually discovered by accident.
I wonder if they're doing that because of the whole like Thor has the golden hammer now, which I don't think they've explained yet. But what if there are other people out there that have this new metal, and this is the only way for them to
That would work
add
really
a
well.
way
And
to
what if
counter
they
it?
have these metals and they give off certain vibrations, which opens up a dark multiverse, and a portal opens and Batman walks out?
The Batman who laughs just comes walking out. I am here in Marvel now.
Could you imagine that hinted at crossover is they go into the dark multiverse and the Batman who laugh walks out?
Dude,
He
hinted,
becomes
dude,
sideways. He cuts rifts in time.
I think they're doing it, man. That
What?
Marvel DC crossover.
I don't think they'll ever.
I
they'll
think they're doing it recently, or doing it soon, rather.
We'll see.
Cool.
But
But I think like with some of the new things that are like coming out of the new Thor and stuff like that, that could be a way to give it some sort of meaning behind why they would need it.
I like this. The Twitch chat says that he'll then gain water claws, air claws, and earth claws and become Avatar Wolverine.
Captain
Avatar
Planet
Logan.
Wolverine. Well, okay, but here's the other thing, though. Here's what he hasn't explained is why they glow red hot.
Yeah.
I mean, we assume they glow red hot because it's just heat.
Right.
But it could be that they glow red hot for any number of reasons. Because, I mean, like, Ghost Rider is red hot, but he can also, like, destroy, super powerful beings.
So we're also going to give Wolverine the penance stare?
I don't have a problem with that. Wolverine just comes
penance
running up and,
claws.
like
Could
hits
you
somebody with a
imagine
wall with
Cosmic
his
Ghost Rider
claws?
as the Punisher, but like Uber Cosmic Ghost Rider is just Wolverine?
Yeah. Dude, I can see that. Like, I'm the best there is at what I do, and what I do is make you suffer. like do the penance stare. They just,
Penance stare Wolverine. Oh!
Dude, that would be beast, man. Like, that'd be badass. Okay, so we were talking about giving powers to other people, weren't we?
Right, but before that, Rob, another portal has to open as we enter our mid-roll and talk about 4hims.com. Did you guys know that 66% of men lose their hair by age 35? The problem is, once you start to notice that your hair is losing, no portal opening up is going to save your hair. There's just no such thing. So it's easier to keep the hair that you have on your head than praying for a portal to open up and replace the hair that is on your head. By going to 4hims.com/RobinBenny, you can get information from real doctors with real medical grade solutions to treat your hair loss. Well-known generic equivalents to name brand prescriptions to help you keep that hair before you start losing it and rely on portals. No snake oil pills, no gas station counter supplements, no multiversal traveling adventures to find hair products. It's super easy by answering a few quick questions so that the doctors can review and prescribe it to you. Order now and my listeners will get a free trial of Hims for just $5 today right now while supplies last. See the website for full details, but this would cost you hundreds of dollars if you went to a doctor or a pharmacy. Go to 4hims.com/RobinBenny. That's FORHIMS.com/RobinBenny. 4hims.com/RobinBenny. All right, now we're back from another dimension in which we discussed 4hims.com and some amazing hair. So, yes, let's talk about if you could take. Let's start with one each because we're all known for rambling. So let's see how long this goes. Take one of your favorite superheroes, one, and give them a power.
Adam Brashear.
Oh,
Cosmic
okay,
Awareness.
hold on. I have an amazing idea for this. Okay?
Yeah, as soon as I say Adam Brashear.
No, you're right. You know,
as soon
we're
as
going to
I
start with
talk,
that. We're going to start with
just
that. Give me one with a power like you just did.
Okay.
Once we go through everyone, I have a game we're going to play with this. Okay?
I love games.
Okay, so what is yours?
Adam Brashear and Cosmic Awareness.
Who's Adam Brashear?
Blue Marvel.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta use a goddamn superhero name,
I was
man.
gonna say I have no idea who
Blue
that is.
Marvel.
I know Blue Marvel.
Yeah.
Adam Brashear? Does anyone know who Adam Brashear is by name? I know the whole entire Twitch chat and comments are now going to be
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
I knew him by name.
Well, of
I
course,
knew
who
him by
doesn't?
name after I looked him up. I knew exactly who he was.
All right, so Cosmic Awareness.
Cosmic Awareness. Yeah.
What would that allow? Let's explain. Let's
Well,
elaborate.
okay, so Blue Marvel is essentially, he just draws what amounts to infinite energy out of the negative zone.
Okay.
The antimatter universe. But he does not have cosmic awareness. So what in turn you would do is you would basically have this guy with virtually limitless power, super strength, speed, durability, all that kind of stuff, who's also a genius level intellect, like right up there, I would say, with Black Panther, who also knows everything that's going on with the universe, or going on in the universe at that moment in time, no matter where it is in the universe. So cosmic awareness.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be pretty awesome.
That would be That's an interesting power.
Yeah.
What do you got, Dan?
I know I said it earlier during the Wolverine discussion, but I really like it. X-23 with a poison tip on her heel claw.
Dude, I love that idea, man.
Like,
it is such a
That
cool
would be
idea.
cool. Yeah, and that would allow her to stand out a little bit better.
Either that or Honey Badger, her bone claws has a poison tip.
What if?
Since she
I
like,
want to add to your power.
Okay.
What if that poison can also stop any regeneration factor in the Marvel
Exactly.
universe.
Like there would be like if it
That's OP, dude.
But wouldn't that be like a great way to get to some good stories?
Only if she can control it, though.
because isn't adamantium poisoning is a thing.
Yes.
So imagine if she did that to someone who does not have a healing factor.
Yeah, adamantium poisoning is a thing. Like that's why Wolverine, once he got adamantium in his body, would not like because I think the idea was he would live for like 1,000 years.
Yeah.
If he didn't have adamantium, but it shortens his lifespan because his healing factor is constantly fighting against adamantium poisoning.
Exactly.
And eventually it'll burn out. So.
But if you poison someone who does not have a healing factor,
yeah. Now here's a question: can she control? Is she like a rattlesnake? Can she control the amount of venom that comes out?
I have a feeling it would be similar to what we're assuming with the Wolverine claws, where it's a uncontrollable at first, but she eventually learns how to use it
Can rattlesnakes control the amount of venom that comes out
as they age.
as they age?
I believe.
I know babies can't do it, which is why they're so deadly.
Exactly.
But,
and
yeah.
when they get older, they know how much to use. And I think that would be kind of what Laura would do with the fact of she would potentially just like instantly kill people at first and then later be able to like somehow paralyze them momentarily and like.
Now here's the question: how would she do it? Would she like squeeze her calf muscle when she?
That's exactly like that's. Is it that or is it like it only happens as the claw is being popped?
Yeah.
You know,
Like it's like a quick injection. Otherwise, it's just a normal claw.
Like when the teeth sink in. Yeah, that's the cool idea. Man.
yeah,
Right?
That's
I
a
like
cool
that. But
idea.
it did give me the way you were motioning got me to think of something. Whatever happened to Marrow? The X-Men who could do the bone stuff.
Oh, everybody stop caring.
Like whatever happened?
Pretty much.
I was just thinking about that because you were like doing this, and I remember that like cover art of like Marrow coming down. Like, whatever happened to Marrow?
Yeah, they stopped. Like they killed her character off because no one gave a damn.
When did she die?
I have no idea.
So for all you know, she's
else.
just
Well, a portal opened.
Yeah, portal open.
And she
Like,
just
like
fell
she's hanging
through.
out with Toad. That's what, another character that we haven't seen in forever.
like so many other things, Marvel forgot.
Toad actually had a comeback at one point with all new X-Men.
Did he?
Yeah, he was. I believe he was chosen to go after young Scott. I think. It was. I remember there was one that I was like, "Wow!" Like of all people to add into a story, you somehow choose him.
Toad, guy with a long tongue. Wow.
I'm Toad.
Okay.
All right, man.
I mean, why do you think he hung out with Mystique all the time? You think she had him around for his looks?
Toad and his magical tongue.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Benny. All right. In Benny's defense, though. Well, we won't.
I mean, think about that for a minute. Mystique, why else would you have Toad?
Oh, I understand.
Because honestly, it's because Toad wants to be included, and you can manipulate him beyond belief.
Don't go logistics with that.
No.
I like my answer better.
You totally it totally went over your head.
I understand. I'm just saying in a realistic manner. That's why people actually keep him around.
No, in a realistic manner, Mystique keeps him around because he's lacking in all the other departments except for the one that matters. So he works wonders with his tongue.
All right. Anyway, so here's my idea.
We are sick-minded people.
Family
Did
friendly.
you know I found out recently? Because since it's a podcast, I don't normally look at the video that Dylan does. He puts in the beginning of every episode, "Not safe for work."
Oh yeah, I know that.
I didn't know he was
I
doing
thought
that.
it was your idea to do
No.
that. Oh,
He's a smart man.
yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah, he's been doing that for a long time.
That's what he said. He's like, "I've done it since you guys first started." I'm like,
Yeah.
no, good idea.
Yeah. I'm glad somebody did because we wouldn't.
Okay, my idea is Red Hood
Of course.
with regeneration.
No, man.
Yeah!
No, he's broken if you give him regeneration. He's so broken. He's like Wolverine
The Batman
and Deadpool combined into one.
who will kill people and regenerate.
No, that's
No.
broken. Okay,
Why would-
fine. You can have that.
I feel like it's a little unfair to give someone who doesn't have powers. I feel like it should be someone who has powers and additional power. Because when it comes down to it, that defeats the purpose of Red Hood. That would defeat the purpose of Batman.
okay.
That they are a character that does not have powers and they overcome it by being if they have powers that defeats
all right,
large
I'll go
factor
again.
of
Okay,
their
I'm on
character.
Benny's side on this one. If I have to read a story between Red Hood learning the lessons of what it means to be a hero, or Red Hood just killing shit, I want to see Red Hood killing.
That's
shit.
what I mean.
Like
Red Hood already
that's what I want to see.
I mean, Red Hood already pretty much goes in
dude,
guns blazing, not worrying about it. Now you add to the factor that he just heals whatever it is back.
Okay,
It would
but I would
explain
put a
him
caveat.
surviving the Joker.
And thank you so much for that sub, Chast.
Splooge for
Thank you.
whichever camera I'm looking at. Okay, okay, I would put a caveat on that and say his healing factor is not as fast as like Wolverine or Deadpool.
Oh no! Like
Oh,
just
no.
a
It takes a little
generalized
bit.
one.
Like he has a healing factor on par with like movie Deadpool,
yeah.
where it takes a little while for it to kick in and to work.
Like he would have to be taken to the hospital, but he would heal faster in like a couple
No,
of days.
no. He doesn't have to. He doesn't. I mean, no injury would really be life sustaining unless you're talking about an insanely powerful
I didn't
person.
realize this.
But-
Mopey in our chat says I just turned Red Hood into Deathstroke.
Yes,
Yeah, you did
exactly.
actually. Yeah, you did.
Exactly.
My choice is to make Red Hood Deathstroke. That's his power.
I mean,
is to
they've even
become
got
Deathstroke.
similar masks.
They do.
Okay. What about
For the
Red
record,
Hood?
I'm a fan of Deathstroke too.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta go again.
Okay, go again.
Yeah.
Deathstroke. I just made Red Hood into Deathstroke.
Oh my
Sorry, that really entertained me. I didn't even think about that.
It actually gave me an idea for Deathstroke. But go ahead.
What's your idea? Because I gotta think of something else.
Deathstroke with shapeshifting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Then he would
be
truly
so
be the
deadly.
world's greatest assassin.
Deathstroke with the ability to shapeshift.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be
I
nuts.
like that.
It'd be pretty beast. I would love to see that. That needs to be like an Elseworlds or like one of the miniseries that you're doing, DC. Like, just give me that. Deathstroke as a shapeshifter. Because you could literally do Deathstroke kills the DC universe. Just shapeshifts into people. Now, he can't
That
be
would be one hell of a story.
He can't be copycat, right? He can't like copy their powers.
Oh,
he's,
no.
So he's Mystique. He just takes on their physical appearance. But imagine Deathstroke looking like Superman just walks into the watchtower. Like, I mean, it does the retinal scan or whatever it is, and it's like very, ID confirmed. He just walks in and he's like, let's destroy this bitch, and like sends it crashing down to Earth. Deathstroke kills the DC universe. So yeah, like a shape-shifting Deathstroke.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
See, that was my big. I gotta think of something else. I can't.
Oh, you thought of that?
No. The Red Hood with the
okay.
healing factor was like my one big fell swoop. Like I was like.
No, I think the healing
Well, why
factor's
don't
a
you
cool
look
idea.
at your arm for another superhero?
Yeah.
And then
The Flash with the power of flight.
I was just about to say that.
No, you really?
I was gonna say Flash that can fly.
No, you weren't.
Oh my god.
so Superman.
Shut up.
No way you were going to
That's
say that.
legit what I was about to say. I was looking at it and I was seeing Superman and I'm like, Flash, you can fly. There we go.
Let's start a game. Can we predict what Benny's gonna think before he says it?
Oh, no way.
Green Lantern with the lasso of truth. There we go.
That's not nearly as cool. No. That's not as cool.
Dude, that is the funniest.
Green Lantern that can create
seconds away from
permanent.
going Flash that can fly.
Oh, man.
Green Lantern that can create permanent constructs.
No, I'm thinking one, not you.
I know,
Yeah,
but I,
that's how we run into situations where you guess what he just said. He was thinking,
well, he looked at Green Lantern and I was like, that might be one that he would choose.
okay, you gotta
Okay,
come up
let's
with
go.
one.
Okay, I got nothing else now because you took my secondary
I'm
now.
sorry, man. Well, okay, we'll just say that you said it.
Okay, Flash that can fly. I think would be great.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome idea.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I think
I'm glad
it'd
you
be
came up
awesome.
with this. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So much for running up buildings.
Shut up. Stop doing
Just,
that. Or Flash that can make the Rainbow Road from Mario Kart as it goes, so you can run anywhere.
everyone would
my
fall
God.
off.
No, dude.
No one would be able to race him.
Dude, I would love to see that. The Flash making Rainbow Road as he runs. He's like Iceman. Yeah, dude, that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then so he can make roads. Anyway, here's the game. Okay. This is gonna be an amazing idea, or a cluster. Inappropriate word I can't say on this podcast.
A cluster mess up.
Okay, I'm gonna have one of you say a superhero and the other say a power at the same time, and you two have to make it work.
Oh, yes. Okay.
What?
So you're gonna say a superpower. At the same time, Rob names a superhero,
This is a cool idea.
and you two need to make it work.
Okay,
Okay, on three. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Ice
Spider-Man.
Vision.
Spider-Man with ice vision?
Oh my god! He freezes his webbing.
They come out as like spears?
Yes.
Dude, that would be so bad.
Oh my gosh.
He's just like, bam, bam, bam. Dude, he'd be like the deadliest superhero ever. Yeah.
You just turned Spider-Man into May.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Overwatch.
I'll take that. Yeah. Just shooting ice spears at people.
Okay.
But like he creates a cocoon around someone, turns it into ice, and just shatters it.
No,
he wouldn't because he's Spider-Man. But
no, he creates igloos. He encases them in igloos. But there's no exit. They just kind of sit there.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Okay. Rob, you name a power, and Dan will say the superhero. Ready?
Hold on, I need to think of a hero real quick.
3, 2, 1.
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel with heat vision.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, she embiggens, creates her eyes super
He's
big.
thinking Kamala. I was thinking the other
I was
one.
thinking Carol Danvers. No, you're thinking Kamala Khan?
Kamala Khan.
Great big huge bug eyes.
Yes, and just these giant.
So far, these are working.
Dude, she would incinerate the surface of the world. She'd be like, you know what, I'm tired of you in New York, and just grow huge and have these giant eyeballs. Just like incinerate New York. Just.
Galactus comes, she just turns Galactus size and just eliminates him.
Okay.
That would be amazing.
I feel like this is
my
an idea
gosh.
we might have to do for another R&B another time. But
Okay,
ready?
one more.
We're gonna do a couple more. We're gonna do a couple more. Okay, Dan, power. Rob, superhero. Ready? You
Hold on, wait.
got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Frictionless.
A frictionless Iceman?
Oh my god!
Just sliding all over the place.
That would suck for him. He would never be able to stop. He's like, hold on, guys, I'm coming. Oh, let me wrap around. Okay, we're just spinning.
Sliding everywhere.
No one would be able to catch him. They would just be like, oh, son of a... He'd be like greased up deaf guy from Family Guy. Everyone's trying to grab him, but he's slipping out.
Catch me!
I really want to see this.
Oh, we're gonna have to do this on the Denver Comic Con stage. We're gonna have to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, ready? Let's flip it around again. Dan's got the superhero, you got the power. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Shazam.
Thundernits.
What was yours?
Did you say Thunder Mitts?
Thunder mitts. All right. He wears mitts. All right. He wears mitts.
He really said Thunder Mitts.
He wears mitts.
Wait, is that what you actually said?
No, but that's what I'm saying. All right, he wears. I said thunderness, but I meant to say mitts. I couldn't think of anything. All right, so he wears mitts. All right, Shazam wears mitts that give him like thunder sounds. You know.
Not even thunder, just thunder sounds.
Well, no, because imagine how awesome that would be.
And create like booming sonic waves.
Because he shows up
Can't
and
he
it's just
already do that though?
Shut up. So he shows up. And he takes his mitts and he's just like, boom, boom, boom. It'd be awesome. It'd be pretty cool.
I feel like we need to start coming up with a Comicstorian R&B game show once in a while.
Yes,
Thunder.
I like this.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna say a power. You both have to name a superhero and explain how it's going to work. Okay?
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Claws.
Wonder Woman.
I said
Did you say
Wolverine.
Wolverine with claws?
I really had to see. Oh my
I said
god.
claws. I was going with something really simple.
Wait,
Okay,
ready for this? Ready for this? Wonder Woman with lasso of truth claws. She cuts someone, they have to speak the truth.
Ooh.
Damn. The problem is she'd kill everybody.
Yeah, and that would be the having to hold back.
Wow.
All right. So that point's gonna go to Dan.
Okay. That goes to Dan. Yeah.
We're slowly but surely developing a legit game that is gonna pop up on this channel. All right, ready? So here's the next one. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Super
Plastic
speed.
Man.
What was
I
it?
said Batman.
So you just got Batman with super speed.
God damn. Oh my god.
Yes! Dude, I so want to see Batman with super. Oh, I am vengeance.
Wait, so Red
I
Death?
am the knight. I'm really fast. Yeah, it's Red Death. Son of a bitch. I totally forgot about Red Death.
Oh yeah, that's Red Death. Okay,
totally
Plastic
let the wind
Man.
out of my
Plastic
sails.
Man, instead of speed running to punch someone, he speeded plastic. His
the
fist
problem,
goes
man.
flying.
If Plastic Man had super speed, he'd look like one of those car dealership things where it's just kind of
Wacky, waving inflatable arms.
His arms just be flopping everywhere and everything.
All
It'd
right.
be funny.
All right, well, let the chat decide which one of you got that. Rob with Red Death or you with wacky inflatable arm tube. Last round for this episode. Okay.
round,
Okay. Ready? Hold on. I gotta think of a good one. I
need to think of a hero real quick.
Okay. I gotta think of a power. I'm trying to think of a power that hasn't been said now, which is becoming very difficult very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. On 3. 3, 2, 1. Giant
Raven.
venomous toad's tongue.
Aunt May has a giant venomous
You
toad's
said Aunt
tongue.
May?
Dude, she was a Herald of Galactus once. The golden oldie. She counts as a hero. Okay, Aunt May. With
That would be
that.
the creepiest thing in the world.
It'd be hilarious. Hey, Peter. It'd be the craziest thing. Dude, I would love to see that.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Oh, what do you got?
I said Raven. So like she basically
Have fun with that, man.
because I don't even know.
It's all you
Because
got?
I mean, she would be able to like open up her dark portals, and like her tongue just appears out of nowhere and just pulls someone through a portal.
That'd be horrifying.
Could you imagine? Like you're just somewhere, all of a sudden it just goes dark, and this giant poisonous tongue just comes up, wraps around you, and just rips you out of wherever you are.
But see, it doesn't have to even be violent like that. It could just be like Beast
Yeah,
Boys
but-
giving her a hard time, and like a portal opens and the tongue comes out and just like smacks him across the face a couple times and then goes back in. You know, it's just like, bah, bah, you know. Like I think that'd be kind of funny.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
Except
like
then it would be a weakness for her as well, because then she would, being an empath, she would have to suffer with her victim as they are being poisoned, and she's feeling kind of their pain.
Okay, I like my Aunt May one better.
Yeah, no, I'm giving it to Rob.
Aunt May.
Aunt May.
We'll let the chat in the bottom of the RnBe podcast over on YouTube decide who the winner is, and we will. The Twitch can decide right now while we close out this particular episode.
I really like this
If
game.
you guys
this
like
is
this
pretty fun.
idea, we might do a couple more of these. Maybe make it like a once a month kind of game show kind of thing. Have Rob or Dan pit it up against somebody else to see what comes out of this.
Yeah, this was an awesome idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
So anyway, guys, thank you for joining us for today's RnBe. And yeah,
With a
if you want to
side
find
of D.
Huh?
With a side of D.
With a side of D.
The D.
You can find Rob over at Comics Explained on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
YouTube.
YouTube. That's not the important one, right?
The main place to find me is YouTube.
You can find Rob. You can find Rob. Dan. You can find Dan over at Twitter at DanTEditor. He's also on the Eligible Monster Gaming channel with the rest of us. He's also on the Twitch primarily, twitch.tv/EligibleMonster, which is where we film these every Thursday. And you can also find me at Comicstorian on the YouTubes, on everything else. That's pretty much. I have some hand in a lot of the things that happen with our brand, but overall, this show is funded by our Patreon, patreon.com/Comicstorian. And don't forget to check out our sponsor, which is forhims.com. Go ahead and get yourself some great hair, great skin, and great sexual wellness. Oh, last one. Ready? 3, 2.
Hold on. Are we
Give me a
doing-
superhero. Give me a superhero.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Sexual
Marvel.
wellness.
Miss Marvel with sexual wellness. She's 15. We're moving on. Like screw
I
that,
said
man.
Beast Boy.
Beast Boy. Oh.
Yeah,
Did you both go kids?
because he was out of nowhere.
And like,
We'll
those
see
fun
you next
characters.
time right here.